There are questions that do not come with answers, only with echoes. One such question has echoed for centuries across deserts, monasteries, laboratories, and silent forests. Are we all one soul experiencing itself through different eyes? It is a question that bends the mind like light bends near a star. It tugs at something ancient in the human spirit, something both unsettling and strangely familiar. It challenges not only our sense of individuality but the very architecture of reality. And in the curious twilight between religion and physics, mysticism and mathematics, it begins to take on unexpected shapes. Mystics have long whispered of a unity that lies behind appearances. In the shadowed chambers of ancient India, the sages of the Upanishads proclaimed, Tat Tvam Asi, thou art that. Not a metaphor, but a revelation. The self within, the Atman, is not merely like the ultimate reality, it is the ultimate reality, Brahman, wearing the mask of personhood. Life is not a collection of separate souls, they say, but the one soul, dreaming itself into many forms, playing a cosmic game of hide and seek. In the desert silence of Sufi mysticism, the poet Al-Hallaj cried out, Ana al-Haq, I am the truth, and was executed for it, for he dared to dissolve the border between the human and the divine. In the language of Rumi, beloved across centuries, you are not a drop in the ocean, you are the entire ocean in a drop. Each being a mirror of the infinite, each moment a folded reflection of eternity. Christian mystics, though more veiled in their language, echoed the same mystery. Meister Eckhart wrote of a ground of the soul, a place where the soul and God are one. Not aligned, not similar, one. In silence, he said, this unity becomes visible. The soul ceases to be itself and becomes what it always was. The divisions collapse, like shadows at noon. Even in Buddhist traditions, where the concept of soul is rejected, there remains a sense of a great interbeing, of all things interpenetrating, arising not from themselves but from one another. There is no I, only the flux, the dance, the great stream that carries all. The illusion is separation. Enlightenment is seeing through it. What these traditions gesture toward is not uniformity but unity. Not that we are the same, but that we are not truly other. The soul, or what we clumsily call by that name, is not a possession but a process, not a thing but a current in a vast and silent ocean. To believe in many souls is like mistaking waves for separate entities, forgetting they are all made of water, driven by the same invisible wind, and yet, beyond mysticism, modern physics begins to murmur similar things in a different tongue. Quantum entanglement defies common sense. Two particles, separated by distance, act as one. Change one, and the other responds instantaneously. As if distance were irrelevant. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance, uncomfortable with its implications. But it has been tested and confirmed, at the most fundamental level, the universe does not behave as a collection of discrete parts. It behaves as a whole. An indivisible, strange whole. The physicist David Bohm suggested that what we perceive as separation is merely the explicate order, a surface appearance. Beneath it lies the implicate order, where everything is enfolded into everything else. The universe is like a hologram, every fragment contains the whole, encoded and shimmering. In such a view, consciousness might not be an emergent property of brains, but a fundamental aspect of reality itself, a field, infinite and indivisible, glimpsed through many eyes. Panpsychism, once fringe, now gains a foothold in academic circles. The notion that consciousness pervades the universe, not as a metaphor, but as a foundational layer, a basic ingredient like time or space. Not that every rock thinks, but that awareness is not born in us, it is revealed through us. That the soul is not a tenet of the body, but a frequency the body tunes into, and so, the ancient question returns, this time dressed in quantum theory and cognitive science: what if there is only one awareness, fragmented into countless perspectives? What if life is not a multitude of separate flames? But one fire reflecting in a billion mirrors, such a vision is not merely poetic, it changes everything. If I am you, looking from another window, then compassion is no longer a virtue. It is a form of clarity. If I harm another, I wound myself. If I love, I recognize myself. Justice becomes harmony. Forgiveness becomes memory. Life itself becomes an ongoing act of self-remembering, yet, this idea can also be terrifying. If we are all one soul, then we are also every murderer, every tyrant, every broken mind. It is a truth that demands a courage beyond sentimentality. For unity does not mean purity. It means responsibility. The soul, if one, must contain both light and shadow, hero and coward. Saint and betrayer, but in this vast house of mirrors, something luminous remains. Perhaps the soul is a question the universe asks itself through each of us. Perhaps your longing is not personal, it is cosmic. The ache to be known, to be held, to be free, these are not your weaknesses. They are the movements of the whole, trying to wake itself in time. There are no final answers here, only doorways. You walk through a forest and feel something watching. You hear your own breath and feel it is not entirely yours. You dream of people you've never met, and wake with a sense of having returned. You love someone beyond reason, and in their presence, your edges blur, in these moments. Perhaps the one soul touches itself, remembers briefly, and vanishes again into the game of forms. We are not alone. We are not even many, we are the one, dreaming the many, slowly waking to itself.